And so I want you to give the most amazing welcome to Infinity founder, leader, the counsel, and the love of our life,
Dev Wadhwani. Good. It's good to be here. Thank you. Sit down, sit down. Thank you very much. How are the guys up there? Good? I'm going to tell you a secret. You got to come a little earlier tomorrow, the guys up there. So you get some of these guys to go up there, you come downstairs. How does that sound? Yeah? Good, good. Anyway, you know, it's been quite a trek getting here. Thank you. I love my wife. Huh? And I love you guys too. And anyway, thank you very much for putting a picture of me and my wife up there, because the last time we cut her out, it was just me. And I got a bit of a cold reception when I went home. I said, do you know, they cut me out of the picture, and our wedding picture that too. So thank you in service. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, see? That's when it actually happened, on the beach in Goa. Yeah? So how are you guys doing? So it's been quite a hectic last couple of months for me. So I went to Dubai. From Dubai I went to Hong Kong. From Hong Kong I went to Cebu in the Philippines. From Cebu I came back to Hong Kong and I went to Bangkok. And then from Bangkok I went back to Hong Kong. And then from Hong Kong I came back to Bangkok. I went to Dubai, and then I came to Mumbai. And then I came to Pune. And I'm here. And then on Monday I will go to Mumbai, and then I will go to London, and then from London I will go to Portugal, Madeira. Then from Madeira I will go to Lisbon. Then from Lisbon I'll go to Dubai, and from Dubai I'll come to Mumbai for Christmas. Yeah? So how many of you want to have problems like this? Huh? Yeah, because if you ask me where I live right now, it's Emirates Airlines seat 3K. That's my home. I spend more time there than anywhere else. Anyway, my subject today is a very controversial topic. So if you expect to get motivated by what I'm going to tell you, then you have another thing coming. Because my topic by choice today is legality and ethics. Guys, what's it? Legality and ethics. So I'm going to sound like a lawyer, half a lawyer, if that's okay with you. Yeah, guys? And I may bore you with some stuff, but I think it's very important that we cover this. Because many of you have signed up, and you really don't know what you're part of. You really don't know what this industry means. And then what happens is, you meet some people who then question your belief system. See, for me, life is all about, first you have to acceptance, right? So you find many people out there who've not accepted network marketing as an industry. You do realize that, right? There are many people out there who've not accepted this industry. They've rejected it. And they are close to it. And when you meet these people, what they will do is they will shake your belief system. Why? Because your belief system is weak. Do you understand that every meeting you do is not convincing a person? It's basically your belief system, your value system, pitched against their value system and their belief system. You do realize this, right? So, let's get to the crux of it. Acceptance. Acceptance is something that all of us have gone through several times in our life, but by force. Okay? Let me ask you something. If you told your grandparents 25 years ago that they would never ever go to a post office ever again, okay? 25 years ago, 25 to 30 years ago, if you told your grandparents, grandpa, grandma, you'll never go to a post office ever again, you will have something called a tablet or a laptop, or guess what? A mobile phone that you punch in a message and you send it, and it will be instantly delivered to the other person, to the recipient, for free. Instantly. What reaction would you have gotten? Disbelief. Correct or not? I use the word disbelief because they would not believe it. True or not? Because 25 years ago, corporations, an entire company would have one computer. True or not? In fact, in India, I used to laugh because I remember the computer was in an air-conditioned room and the employees weren't. You remember that? So, the computer was VIP. You had to take your shoes off, and there was one guy punching in data. MS-DOS, I still remember. With a screen, green, C:\\/ going pling, 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 right? You remember that? And when this guy was punching stuff into the computer, you were like watching the lunar landing, you know? You know Armstrong landing on the moon? Wow. He punched, pressed enter, and then something came. You didn't know what it was as well. It processed the data. So, I remember going through that phase. So today, even the elderly people in our families who don't use computers, don't go to the post office. Am I right or wrong? They say, beta, email bhejo. Uncle ko email bhejo or give the message. Because even they have realized that it is stupid and silly to put a stamp on an envelope, wait for a week for it to get delivered, when it can be done instantly, more effectively. True or not? So, haven't even the older generation accepted technology today? Isn't that a form of acceptance? Okay? So, you've gone through that acceptance phase in your life. You've had to accept so many different concepts in your life. Have you not? And now, it's network marketing. And because some people don't understand it, they call it many things. Why? Because they're ignorant. They don't know. Tell me how it works. Can you explain to me how an email actually goes? Do you understand the technology? Do you? Do you understand how it actually goes? Data packets being transmitted over wireless networks. Do you understand the technology, guys? Maybe some of you do because you all are, IT. The rest of you have just accepted it. It works. True or not? But there are people out there who will question it. So let me put forth an argument regarding legality, i.e. Qnet being my example for this evening. To me, when I saw this, Qnet was as much an e-commerce company as it was a network marketing company. Do you agree with me? Do you know there's nothing physical about the process when you do a transaction with Qnet? You are aware of that, right? Yes? So even if you walk into a Qnet office and you've got cash in your pocket and you pull it out, can you buy something? No, you cannot. They'll say, sorry, we can't entertain you. You need to go online, you need to register yourself, and then you need to pay us electronically or through a bank transfer. And then you do your transaction through our e-commerce platform, which is powered by Microsoft. You do know that, right? And you do know that we are featured as a pilot project on the Microsoft portal up to today. You do know that, right? It's one of the case studies on the Microsoft. If you put in the company name, it comes up. Hong Kong-based, multi-million-dollar corporation using our platform. So, when you go online, can you explain to me how we are different from an eBay or an Amazon? People say, oh, you got to recruit. No, you don't. You don't have to recruit. You know that, right? Are you aware of that? You go on to eBay or Amazon, can you do a purchase without registering yourself? Can you guys? Even if you don't want to, if they say, you say, I don't want to register, they say, sorry then, you cannot use our platform. True or not? And when you register yourself on eBay and Amazon, what do they ask you for? They ask you for details. True or not? Your name, your phone number, your email, your shipping details, and so on. Choose a password, do stuff like that. True or not? Certain verification for security, in case your account is hacked. Are we any different? You got to go online and register. After which, you go to something called an e-store. When you go to an e-store, there is a clear description for every single product. Down to the last gram, down to the last millimeter, there are 3D pictures. You know exactly what the specifications are, what the price is, or what the shipping cost is, and only if you agree to all of the above, do you pay and make a purchase. Is this not a true statement? So can you tell me what is dodgy about this operation? Oh, people make money. Okay, so I guess when you buy something from any other portal, no one makes money. Has everyone lost their marbles or what? When you buy anything from another portal, there's no gain to anybody else, is it? It's just that you don't know who's making how much. In fact, our operation is more transparent. At least you know who's making how much. You know the product you're buying, you know the specifications, you know the price. True or not? And guess what? Our prices are fixed. Let me explain to you what I just went through today. Okay? I'm flying to London on Monday night on Emirates Airlines. Okay? And I asked for an airfare. I asked for an airfare. I would have normally gone onto the Emirates portal and I would have done it myself. I was too busy traveling to Pune, so I was lazy. I called my travel agent. Okay? So I asked her, I said, what is the first class airfare to London? So she gave me a price close to $5,000. Okay? So I said, okay. I said, let me just confirm my dates, because I'm going, it's a very complicated trip. I'm going via Dubai to London, then from London I'm going to Madeira, from Madeira I'm going to Lisbon, and from Lisbon I'm flying back to India via Dubai for Christmas. So the dates are very tight. I got to make sure with my UK guys what the dates are, when they want me in Portugal, when they want me in London. I just want to make sure. So it took me 3 hours to confirm my booking. The price of the ticket went up by $420 in 3 hours. Does that sound wrong to you? It's the same seat on the same flight on the same day. Why did I pay $420 more after 3 hours? Can I sue Emirates Airlines for this? And say, you guys are ripping me off? Can I? When you go to make my trip, many of you flew here, right? How many of you flew here? You flew here from various parts of the country or from overseas. Did you ask the guy next to you how much he paid for his ticket? Almost definitely wouldn't have paid the same price as you. 200 different people on the plane paying 200 different prices. Is it a scam? For the same product? No, it's not. Because you agreed to it. You saw a price. They said they would fly you from A to B. You chose to accept the terms and conditions. Correct or not? There are variable tickets as well. Endorsable, non-endorsable, cancelled. Change date ticket. Full fare economy, discount economy. Full fare business class, discount business class. 7-day round trip, 14-day round trip, 3-month expiry, 1-year open ticket. The difference in price can be over 200%. Do you know that? Is this a scam? The hotel you're staying at, you probably paying less than a guy who bought it from another portal. Why? Because somebody negotiated a favorable rate. True or not? Next time you're in the checkout line of a Marriott or a Taj, ask the guy in front of you what he paid for his room night. Almost definitely will not be the same as what you paid. Is this a scam? Is this a scam? Why? Because you have consented to a product and a price. And if you got a problem with that, you can whistle Sweet Dixie and you can't do a damn thing about it. Because they made you agree to the terms and conditions and you paid for a service or product that had a validity or offered whatever it did, or cost saving or whatever. True or not? So you tell me now, Qnet has got fixed prices. Fixed prices. True or not? We often go on promo, where we bring our prices down, where we waive our shipping. You clearly know the specifications of what you're buying, what you're getting into. Can this be illegal? As a thinking, logical person, can this be illegal? No. So guys, my first point today is we are an e-commerce, as much an e-commerce company as we are a networking company. Our vacations get sold for close to 30% cheaper than the market leader in the same space. I don't believe in taking names and giving free advertising to other companies. But you know what I'm talking about, right? We are a good 25 to 30% cheaper than the market leader in the membership timeshare package space. We offer genuine services and products that people buy of their own free will. Now, there's part B. The part B is what gets everyone into a twist. You know, there's a saying in England, don't get your knickers in a twist. Oh, but it's one of those things. You know the thing? You know what the thing looks like? It's round and it's got like a gremlin, you know? It's the thing. You know what this is? The thing. The pyramid. The pyramid, right? The chain. True or not? Guys, let me explain something to you. Part B is an opportunity. Part B is what? An opportunity that you have the right to exercise. As in, if you promote the services and products of the company, you can earn legitimate money by way of commission. Why? Because the company does not advertise and does not hire a marketing force. We rely on something called word of mouth. Is there anything dodgy about that? The end price does not vary because of this angle. The price is fixed, right? Do they tell you, oh, you were introduced by the 100th guy, so the price of your product goes up because we got to pay so many more commissions? Has the company ever told you this? No, right? You've come via. So sorry, boss. Your holiday just went up by another $100. Because that guy's commission has to come from somewhere. Have you ever heard that from Qnet? So you tell me, if the price is not impacted by this, what is the issue? What is the issue? Let's logically look at this. Because some very educated people, I know, cast a lot of aspersions because they are ignorant. They've not taken the trouble to educate themselves. They've not taken the trouble. And I'll tell you, one example of an industry that suffered at the hands of the press and the hands of the media and even legislation was the franchising industry. Are you aware of this? Let me tell you a little story. In 1950, the US Congress almost banned franchising as a legitimate business model. Now let me explain the salient features of franchising. Oh, and they went after a company called McDonald's. You are familiar with McDonald's? The Golden Arches? Well, they were in the firing line back in 1950. This is how it works. Okay? My name, but for you to use my name, I sell you something called a franchise. Okay? Now, you pay me, you get your franchise. After that, you have to get a premises, either rent or buy. Location of, I have to approve. Will they allow you to set up a McDonald's in a chawl? I want to buy a McDonald's franchise and I want to start it in the back of Beyond. Sorry, cannot. It's got to be in a prominent location, good visibility, minimum space so much. True or not? After that, you have to renovate the property to a standard of my choosing. And very often, the renovation and the materials that go into renovating a property, a McDonald's, you cannot buy. So, very often, contracting and renovation is another revenue stream for the franchise. You do know that, right? If you have a Levi Strauss franchise, when you go to the changing room, the doorknob is in the shape of a button which says Levi's on it. Can you fabricate that? Say, no, don't worry, we got the shelves, we've got the layout, the store's got to look like this. You walk into any McDonald's anywhere in the world, you know what to expect. Can you not visualize it? Happy clown outside, walk in, colors standard, there'll be a counter there, there'll be pictures of your food, there'll be a price. True or not? You know it'll come in a few minutes, and you know there'll be a certain quality assurance. So, my name, you pay me. Premises, you pay. Renovation cost, you pay. Very often to my contractor. After that, you can only buy from me. Can you sell anything else in McDonald's? Say, I have a McDonald's franchise, but I also want to sell Burger King. Possible? Oh, I have a McDonald's franchise, and since I have some extra space, I want to sell some Levi's jeans on the side. Can you do that? No. Cannot. That premises is solely for the purpose of that one franchise. And who's your supplier? Who's the supplier? Me. I set the price. And I also determine what price you can sell the product for. I choose the price you can sell the product for. Does this sound fair to you? Guys, can I lose money? Can I lose money? I can't. If I'm McDonald's, I can't lose money, right? It's heads I win, tails, tails you lose. If it works out, we both make money. If it doesn't work out, you lose money. I'm still laughing to the bank. True or not? So very often, a franchisee will pay crores of rupees to go through all this. And you may be the only McDonald's in the country where you have pricing power and you can charge 500 rupees for a Maharaja Mac. And they will say, sorry, you cannot. Our price structure is such. But people will pay 500 because I'm the only McDonald's. Sorry, cannot. Our franchise model clearly states that you got to sell the product for this price. There's an MRP, you cannot go above that. Even if you bought an exclusive franchise for a region, the franchise will determine the price. So now do you see the argument against franchising? Sound a little dodgy to you? But the person who buys the franchise agrees to the terms and conditions. Nobody put a gun to their head and says, buy a McDonald's franchise. True or not? They knew what they were getting into. Very often the gestation period of a franchise is several years before they recover their capital that they've put in. And then they can look forward to enjoying a healthy profit. Right or wrong, guys? Franchising came within 10 votes of being outlawed as a scam. It got passed by the skin of their teeth. And today you walk on any high street, what do you see? What do you see? And how many failed franchises do you know that shut down? So does Levi's get sued every time a franchise loses money? Does McDonald's get sued every time a franchise loses money? Do they? So how are we different? We give you a product line, we give you an opportunity. Either you enjoy the product and forget about the opportunity, or you decide to do both. Which brings us to the next hairy subject called ethics. I've just covered legality. Now we get into murky water. Because some people only sell an opportunity. Some people only sell an opportunity. And if you are only selling an opportunity, you're breaking the rules. You're breaking the rules. Because nowhere in the policies and procedures or the contract that you sign with Qnet, which is electronic, does it say that we sell opportunity. Does it? Do you see anything on the e-store which says opportunity? Click here to buy now. Do you see it? Do you see any product on the e-store that says tracking center for sale? Do you see it anywhere? You see a product or service and you sell the product or service, or you promote the product or service, or you recommend the product or service. And like any other business, you do a mental projection that if you are successful doing it, you can then earn a very healthy commission and you can perhaps become financially free within 5 years. Is there anything wrong with what I've just explained to you? But if I tell you that Qnet is an investment, is it an investment? Is it an investment? It's not, guys. It's a spend, it's a purchase. And it comes with an opportunity that can earn you fair money through hard-earned commission. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. And I walk around with a baseball bat. And my job is one of a policeman. I thump people's head in when I hear them talking about investment, capital, return on investment. I am a CFA. I am telling you that that is mis-selling. It's a product or service that comes with an opportunity. We are as much an e-commerce company as we are a network marketing company. This is not a scheme, and this is not an investment. Are we clear about this? So what I do is I take great pleasure in changing people's perception, number one, of the industry, number two, of our company. I see myself as a crusader. This is the best dressed you will ever see me. Yeah? How many of you see me in Bandra? How many of you know me from Bandra? Have you ever seen me this dressed up? See how much I love you all? Yeah? I could see that your faces were getting very small. I said, let me lighten up the subject a bit. We're like, this is the dark side of Dave. Oh my God. Huh? He's not holding any punches today. So I walk around normally in a pair of linen shorts. You'll be lucky if I'm wearing shoes, flip-flops, yeah? And probably one of 3 t-shirts which I keep washing and wearing. My wife will tell you, she gets so upset. Don't wear that t-shirt again. People will think you have no clothes. I say, what does it matter? Just put it on. And I always wear Qnet t-shirt. Why? Because I like to give people heart attacks. Oh, you're part of Qnet. Huh? The pyramid company. The scam. Yeah? I love doing that. So, it's good fun when you travel first class in short pants. You look like one of the cleaners, you know. Maybe part-time cleaner on the flight. Yeah? And everyone else is impeccably dressed. They look something like what I'm looking like today. Smart, casual, formal, yeah? And at the back of the 380, there's this bar area. Yeah? So you'll always find these corporate guys on their iPads or catching up some mail and drinking a glass of wine or champagne over there. Right? You must walk up to the bar and the stewardess will ask you, what do you? First of all, they look at you and they know that you're not working. They just know it. You don't have to tell them. You look like you just walked off a shack on a beach or something. Like, what's this guy doing flying to London? Like this in winter. Don't worry, I got a change of clothes in my hand. Like, I'll change. I'm not going to freeze in my shorts when I get there. Right? So, what do? Not much. Not what? Not much. Oh, but what did you do before you stopped doing not much? And you must say loudly, network marketing, and give 10 people in that area a heart attack. Say, oh my God, Jesus Christ. We are flying with a bulging briefcase man. You know who the bulging briefcase man is? Have you ever seen one of those American movies where the salesman that walks around with his bulging briefcase saying, sir, what can I sell you today? I got everything under the sun. Toothpaste, watches, this, that. Anything you need, I got in this bag. I'm here to make a sale today. That is what they visualize. They see the Tupperware lady, the Avon lady. I have highest respect for these companies and these ladies, yeah? Yeah? They see a guy trying to sell toothpaste and detergent, soap. Yeah? So you must say that and just keep quiet. Network marketing. And it's called a pregnant pause. Then, ask them for a glass of champagne. And sit happy and drink your champagne. Because now, everyone's ears are open. He's going to start selling. Sooner or later, this moron is going to start selling. But you see, now the itch, the feather is more powerful than the stick. So you feathered them now. Now you just wait and keep quiet. Then they'll ask you, which company? Which? Point out, here. Qnet. What do? I'll tell you after I finish my glass of champagne. And by the time I get off the plane, a handful of people, their perception of this industry and the company has changed. I don't care whether they sign up or not. I don't care whether they sign up or not. You understand me? But I know that many times you have met some of those people later on. How many have met people who I have flown with many months later? Because they don't remember the 1,000 guys they met in a suit. They only remember the one moron that they met who always wears shorts. And high likelihood they'll see me in the same dirty shorts and the same t-shirt on another flight. Because I only own about 4 pairs of shorts. I love my clothes. And I have this special, my wife is getting embarrassed already, yeah? I've got these blue shorts. I've got these khaki shorts. These are the love of my life, you know? When I put them on, it just feels like home, you know? Then, on special occasions, I've got some check shorts. If I'm wearing those, means you're a VIP. I'm making an effort that day. So, they will remember the one moron who's wearing the shorts, the check shorts. And they will remember one thing only, that they met somebody who does network marketing for a company called Qnet. And he wasn't an irritating thing. He wasn't a pain, where. He was proud of what he did, and he believed in what he did. As long as you follow certain parameters, there's no way that you can get into trouble. But the moment you cross the line and start bending the rules, you're asking for trouble. Are we clear about this, guys? So each one of us in this room is a brand ambassador. You are a brand ambassador for this industry and for this company. Do you understand me? And please, help us. We are not in the business of recruiting people. Are we clear? We are a movement of like-minded people. Some people will buy into it. Some people will agree with you. Some people will reject and disagree with you. So what? Stick to your moral parameters. Do this business in a manner that you can hold your head up and be proud of it. And I promise you, if you follow the rules, we and the company will back you up 100%. And I say this because I've had lengthy discussions about this subject. So we are not here for a quick buck. We're not here to plunder. We're not here to take. You understand? We're not here to take, we're here to give. We are here to give, we're not here to take. Because other schemes that crop up, pyramid schemes, people don't even know what a pyramid scheme is. No genuine service or product, dodgy business plan, dodgy financials, here to recruit people quick, shut shop, and fly into the wilderness after that. Guys, we are here after 14 years. And I keep joking. They say, oh, I heard this about the car. I said, yeah, we've been dying of the same heart attack for the last 14 years. Are you understanding me? And they're going to wait for us to die of that same heart attack for the next 20 years. So, I'm sorry to be a wet blanket and to bring this up, but it's something that I feel very strongly about. And Infinity as a group, okay, the only reason the four of us got together and the only reason we do what we do is because we agree with each other and we build with this philosophy. If there's any deviation from this philosophy, we're not interested. We are not interested. I don't care whether you can make so many sales, quick money. We are not interested. Because that's not the way we do business. Because remember, no pain, no gain. You got it? There are no shortcuts. This business itself is a shortcut. Okay? This business and this opportunity can earn you the kind of money that would take you decades to earn in a span of 5 years. Right? So you're already on the fast track. Okay, you figuratively already taken a shorter cut to get to a financial position. And if you try and take a shortcut of a shortcut, you end up at the bottom of the mountain, my friend. You end up driving off a cliff, and that's sure death. Are we clear about this? So do I have everyone's word in this room that we don't believe in shortcuts? We don't believe in shortcuts, guys. Do I have your word? Because if we don't take shortcuts, we will stand with you. Okay? Goodbye. God bless. Thank you very much. We love you guys.